Hey everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. And on today's video we're going to be working with the Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I've seen a couple of reviews on this. People seem to like it, I think, at least from the reviews that I've seen. And I wanted to give it a try considering I have some problem areas that some of these people that I've seen reviews on just don't have. I have lines, I have wrinkles, I'm literally about to turn 40 1 week from today, and I wanted to give it a try on my skin and see how it worked. Now I have high hopes for this because it does say that it is a light coverage, I believe lightweight and non-oily, so I'm hoping that this works for me. I am going to go to the Catrice website and we will talk about what the Catrice website says. Now this does come in 17 shades. That is an expanded shade range. When I purchased mine on Ulta, I think about a month and a half ago, there was only 4 shades on Ulta, and it might only still be 4 shades. And I will tell you too that even though the shades look light, if I click on the darkest shade here, once I click on it, you can see that it does darken. It looks like they just have, you know, all the shades that you're not focusing on like sort of grayed out a little bit. So it does go a little bit darker. The original shade range of like 4 shades didn't go like anything beyond light medium. So they have expanded the shade range. Like I said, this is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. The website says, ultra-light, high-coverage foundation for a natural-looking finish. Covers imperfections and mattifies the skin, creating a smooth and even complexion for up to 24 hours. It features a unique dropper applicator. I don't think that's unique. And it says, scroll down to see our shade finder, which I don't need to do. I do have the shade light beige, which is 010. And let's see, which is supposed to be neutral undertones is what it says for 010. 020 would be cool undertones, and then 030 would be the next darker neutral undertones. So that's pretty much all the website says, at least as far as the web edition or the phone edition goes. So let's go ahead into it. I will tell you, before I started the camera, I sprayed my face down with the Pixi by Petra Hydrating Milky Mist, and then I also used my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer on my skin. I use those pretty much in every single foundation review that I do, just to stay consistent, and I will be using the same powders that I always use as well. So we're going to go ahead. This is, you know, you can definitely hear it shaking around in there, and I've shaken it several times before starting the camera, but I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to see if I can get the dropper filled. I'm going to just put this on the back of my palm. It is very liquidy. It's definitely a liquid or a drop foundation. Put that back in there. I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush on the right side of my face, and then I also have a beauty blender here for the left side of my face. I'm going to go ahead and start putting this on, because if I don't, it might run right off my hand, because it is that liquidy, and it's definitely pigmented. Look at that. Definitely pigmented. It does have a slight scent. I'm going to be using the Catrice Liquid Camo concealer as well today, and I would tell you that the concealer has more of a scent than the foundation does. Yeah, it definitely has more of a foundation, or more of a scent than the foundation does. So that blended really quickly. All right, I'm going to finish this side of my face and I will be right back. All right, that took like no time at all, and it blended out beautifully. It had super coverage. I'm gonna go in with a sponge and see if the coverage is as good with the sponge as it is with the brush. Y'all, this looks really pretty. All right, initially, it looks beautiful. I think that the side that I use the sponge on, this side over here, it looks more luminous, but I think coverage-wise, it's pretty much about the same. Like, I don't see much of a difference between the two sides as far as coverage goes. And I only use the one pump, the one single pump. So that's amazing. This is probably a little bit deep for my skin tone. Not too much. I mean, I'm looking in my mirror and it's like a hair dark, so it's not horrible. I've definitely had foundations that match much worse than this. This is pretty. Okay, let me screw the lid back on because I wasn't sure if I would need more foundation. I probably could build it up a little bit on my cheeks, but honestly, I think it looks nice. So I'm not going to do that. Let me grab my phone. The time is now 8:19. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on and I will be right back. All right, everybody, I am back. The time is now 8:41, but we're gonna call it 8:30 the check-in time because I was literally done with everything by 8:30 except for my lipstick, and then I just had to put my son on the bus. So yeah, 8:30 is gonna be our check-in time, so I will check in at 12:30 and then again at 4:30. I know this says lasts up to 24 hours, but we're gonna be doing 8 hours today. I will probably leave it on for longer than 8 hours, but all of our check-ins will be done at 4 hours, then 8 hours. So there you go, 12:30 and then 4:30. That's when we'll be checking in. Anyway, on the rest of my face, I do have the same powders that I normally have as my two Physicians Formulas powders. This is the Mineral Correcting Powder, and this is the Mineral Face Powder in Translucent. Both of these on my face. And then I have a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish just on my under eyes, along with my Catrice Liquid Camo. Like I said, the concealer. That does have a scent. It's very florally compared to this. It's not as scented. All right, and then on my face, I have the Balm Take Home the Bronze in Oliver. That shade right there, just a little bit because the shade of this is a little bit deep for me, just a slight bit deep for me. And then I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Party on my cheeks. I have the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. I just have the Champagne shade on my cheeks. And then on my eyebrows, I have the CoverGirl Ultrafine Brow Pencil in Blonde. On my eyes, I have my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer on my lids. And then I have the Lorac Pro Shine Bright eyeshadow palette. I think this was limited edition, but it is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I have Ecru all over my lid, light brown in the crease, and then Splendor all over the lid. And then on my under eye and my outer corner, I have Mahogany, and then on my inner corner, I have Vanilla, and that's it. If you've never tried Lorac eyeshadows, they are beautiful. I have not found a single Lorac eyeshadow that I have not liked yet. But I think I've heard that some of their limited edition palettes aren't as great, but I mean, I cannot give a complaint on any of them that I've used. So if you have a chance to pick one up and you're interested, I would say go ahead and take a look because I really like their eyeshadows. I have this Monsieur Big Lancome mascara on. Not my favorite. I don't feel like it does a whole lot for my lashes, but it's okay. And then on my lips, I have this Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Beige Babe. And then over top of that, the Lorac Lip Luster Gloss in Peach Luster. So that is everything that's on my face. Let's go ahead and talk about the foundation. Like I said, it's a little bit dark for me, just a little bit. I'm looking, at least in this lighting, in this mirror, my neck definitely looks like a shade or a half a shade lighter than my face, which sometimes happens to me. It is what it is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and zoom you in and we will talk about the details of how this looks. All right, so as I say pretty much every time I film a foundation review, this is a very good camera that I'm using. I mean, it's not top of the line by any stretch of the word, but it is a DSLR camera. It does pick up a lot of detail. However, I do not have a lens that zooms in any further than this. So sometimes during my midday check-in, you will see things that you won't see on this camera. This is my studio camera. Anyway, so there's things that I will see that the camera won't necessarily pick up in this room, but I will try to pick it up at lunchtime or midday when I check in. As far as the look of this, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it looks gorgeous on my forehead. I think it's beautiful on my nose. I think my cheeks look amazing. If this is your first video with me, then you probably don't know that my problem area is around my mouth, my chin in particular, but also on the sides of my mouth. This foundation is not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. So I'm looking at my chin. So it just looks dry. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell. If you guys can see on my chin, it just looks dry right now to me when I'm looking at it. And it is a mattifying foundation. So maybe as my natural oils come through throughout the day, it is supposed to be a little bit warmer here today, like mid 40s, upper 40s. Warmer. It is early March still. So as the month goes on, it'll continue to get warmer, but today I think it's supposed to be like mid to upper 40s. Some of you guys might think that's cold, but anyway, as I was saying, my oils should start to come in, and as they come in, it's quite possible that it won't look as dry. Like I said, on pretty much everything but around my mouth, I think this looks absolutely beautiful, but I definitely have a lot of scarring around my mouth, and my chin is oftentimes the worst part of my face as far as my skin goes because it does crack a lot. So I'm not sure again how well this camera is picking it up. I will try to pick that up at lunchtime. It's not the worst though. Actually, it looks worse when I'm just sitting, and when I smile, it actually looks better. And I think it's just because my skin is stretching, so all the little lines aren't as evident. But right after putting this on, I think it's beautiful. I think the finish is absolutely beautiful. So if you don't have as many acne scars or blemishes as I have, it'll probably look nice. Even on my cheek here, where I do have some acne scarring, it looks pretty. It's just really along my chin that's a problem area for me. So, all right, it is 8:45 or thereabouts. We will check in at 12:30 and then again at 4:30. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in just a moment. All right, everybody, it is 12:38, so I'm just a couple minutes late, but it is midday. I'm gonna go stand in the direct sunlight, I think. Maybe if I can get some. Maybe, here we go. Whoa, now I'm gonna fall off my porch. Anyway, I'm gonna show you this close up. Let me get my hair out of the way. So here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get into the shade a little bit so that I can see, but I have my mirror right here, and I was just looking at it a minute ago before coming outside, and I will say that it still looks really pretty. There's only a couple of areas that concern me. Number one, my forehead I think looks really nice. I think my nose looks really nice. I think my cheeks look really nice, but then you start getting down into my chin area and in my area around my mouth where I have a lot more scarring and texture, and it looks almost like I'm wearing it on top of my skin, not like blended into my skin, if that makes sense. Like I'm looking at this, and like I said, it's really only in this area here. It's looking, I just brushed my finger across my face. It's just looking like it's sitting on top of my skin, and then when I smile, it's, you know, I don't know. I think it looks really pretty when I'm just like sitting still. It just definitely picks up on my texture. And that's fine. That's fine. I have yet to find a foundation that doesn't pick up on my texture. Right now, is it looking bad? I don't think so. I am concerned that 4 hours from now, it's going to start looking and feeling very, very heavy. Now, it is a little chilly out here. I am in a long sleeve shirt. My Fur Mama shirt, if you were curious, this is a plus size shirt. It is for sale at niminies.com if you're curious. Links in the description bar below. Anyway, I do have a long sleeve shirt on, but it is a lighter weight long sleeve shirt. But I'm a little chilly outside today. Even though the sun is shining and it's very pretty and blue skied. That's the story of March in Pennsylvania. But anyway, back to the skin. That's what we're here to talk about. Back to the foundation. I think it's looking good. I'm just concerned that as the day goes on and my oils come out, it's just going to start to look more and more heavy on my skin, and that's my concern. 4 hours from now, it might still look exactly like it does right now, but for right now, that's a concern. So we're going to keep an eye on it for the next 4 hours, and I will see you around 4:30. Bye. All right, everybody, I am back. The time now is 5:27. I am an hour late. I got busy. Unfortunately, I got busy. I was working today and I got busy. So I do work from home several days a week, so yeah, I got busy. Anyway, let's talk about this foundation. I'm shiny. My nose especially is shiny. Other than my nose, I am definitely shiny on my forehead and on my cheeks. I don't think it's horrendous, but I have had this on for 9 hours already. Um, but it is supposed to be a matte foundation and it is supposed to last up to 24 hours. So there's that. um, the problem that I'm dealing with though is I think it looks pretty still. Not on my chin. Not on my chin. Um, again, this camera does not always show you the best close-up, but it is definitely cracked on my chin. I feel like it's starting to just sort of break apart a little bit on my chin. And I feel like if I just touch my face, it will just like wipe off. And I'm kind of thinking about doing it. Especially my nose. Okay, I'm gonna do it because I've done it before. I know it's only 5:30, but I feel like I need to take this off. And so I think I should take a step back and say that. I feel like this needs to come off. I really, really do. Because I feel like in the center of my face, around my T-zone, I feel like it's getting very heavy. I feel like it's definitely look like it's sitting on top of my skin, not blended into my skin. But I think it looks pretty still. Like if I was going for a full coverage, and maybe that might be a part of it too, is that I normally prefer more natural looking foundations, not full coverage foundations. And I would say that this is definitely a full coverage foundation. I don't often have like dropper foundations that can cover my whole face with one dropper. So I might only need to use less than a full dropper to do my whole face. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right, I'm going to touch my nose. It's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought. Okay, so my finger does have, you know, oil on it, but the foundation didn't entirely wipe off my nose. I'm gonna actually just use this tissue. All right, so a little bit of foundation came off on the tissue, but not as much as I thought would. I'm actually amazed. I'm actually amazed by how much did not come off. Okay, so let's see about the forehead. Now, I will say that the forehead has felt like sort of sticky all day. It is transferring just a little bit, but again, not horribly. So, okay, I think that looks good or feels good, works well. So yeah, let's recap. The shade is a little bit off. I don't think it's undoable for me. I think I can get away with it, maybe lighten it up a little bit. I'm thinking my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea that I have in porcelain, which is too light for me. And they're both water foundations, like liquid dropper foundations. So if I would mix those two together, they're a similar consistency. I think it might work really well. So the next time I try this out, I'm definitely going to use it with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea water foundation. And I think that might help with some of the issues on my chin too. It doesn't look bad though. Like, I know you guys aren't like right in front of my face, but let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I don't think it looks bad on my chin even. I mean, it's not the best that I've had, but I don't think it looks horrible. I keep looking in the mirror to see, because I really don't think it looks bad. I shouldn't say that. I don't think it looks horrible. So, okay, I may have been completely confusing in this final review or final wrap up, but I will continue to wear this foundation. I will put it into my Shop My Stash and I will be using it. Yeah, I think overall I'm liking this, especially since it is a drugstore foundation. I think it's only like $11 if I remember correctly. I do like the Catrice concealer. Overall, I'm kind of leaning towards liking this. I'm going to definitely try it out with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation to see if I can lighten it just a hair and make it not break up so much on my chin. That's my next step. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I know I've kind of been all over the place in this final wrap up, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I do appreciate every interaction you guys have with me. I'm in a weird mood. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.